Hello and welcome to financialexpress.com. My name is Roshan Puvaya and today I have with me not one but two Tata Sierras. The prices for the Tata Sierra have been announced. They start at 11.5 lakhs but they haven't yet told us the price of the top spec variants which we are driving. I am driving the 1.5 Kryojet diesel engine and this here is the 1.5 Hyperion turbo petrol engine which my colleague Vikram Chaudhary is driving. So for this review we're just going to talk about the car and bring you all the features. We'll tell you about its design, its comfort and its handling. But first I've got to ask Vikram, what are the three standout features for you in the Tata Sierra?
I like the design. It's like pure love. Second thing is I like the comfort inside. Third thing is I like its road presence overall. I mean the kind of heads it's turning. We have forgotten how many heads it's turning. Even the policeman.
Yes, and that I will insert in the video right here. We parked the cars here at this Eiffel Tower in Chandigarh and lots of people have been coming and checking out the car. So for me the design is a standout feature. The design is a throwback to the 1990s Sierra which had the wraparound glass house. Here also they've tried to give it that effect, although this is a 5-door, that was a 3-door. And the B pillar I must talk about, that is an element that has continued from the original Sierra to this, and this is something that Ratan Tata insisted on. That said, some of the design features, very clean lines, single piece DRL going all around, the slimmest headlamps in the segment or even probably among all cars in the world, 1.7 centimeters only. And it has a booster function LED lights which have a very good throw despite the size. And of course a large panoramic sunroof to let in the air because you want to get the feel of that 1990s Sierra which had a lot of sunlight coming in, but of course you couldn't open anything. In this one you can open it. Vikram, you've been driving the Hyperion petrol. What did you think about the NVH levels in the petrol engine?
So I think these can be improved a little bit. Recently I was driving the new Creta. I found the Creta a little more quieter inside. It could have been improved, but I think it's good as compared to, what about the diesel? Does it rattle?
So the diesel NVH levels also could be a little better in this car despite the kind of sound insulation they've given in this engine. In terms of NVH levels, when I accelerate hard, you hear some of the engine noise come into the cabin with this diesel. It has 3 drive modes. I'm driving in city mode. Then there is wet mode which increases the traction control sensitivity. And then there is rough road mode when you are on sandy terrain or bad roads where it reduces the traction control sensitivity. How's the power and torque on the petrol?
So this develops 160 Nm, 160 PS power and 255 Nm torque. Doesn't really feel like a really turbo, but good.
Okay, this one puts out a little less power, 118 PS of power, but 280 Newton meters of torque because of course it's a diesel, and yes, you do feel that punchy diesel pull, even though it's got a 6-speed automatic torque converter.
Same here. 6-speed automatic, no DC and no manual in this particular engine.
They are giving the 7-speed DCA in the base Revotron naturally aspirated petrol engine, which is interesting. We will get that to you in a different review. That said, Vikram, what did you feel about the comfort of the car?
So the driving position is good. The screen is just the right size. I also took the rear seat. The thigh support is good. It's got very good headroom. I think one of the best headrooms in the segment. Overall, it's a nice place to be in.
Now, speaking about the rear seat comfort of the new Tata Sierra, there's adequate legroom, very good under thigh support. In fact, even for the front passenger, you have a thigh support extender, which increases the comfort. There's more than adequate headroom for me. I'm 5 foot 8 inches tall, and because you have this large panoramic sunroof, it gives you a feeling of space. Other features that you have for the rear seat passenger, you have two AC vents, you have two charging ports, 65 watt, so it's a fast charger. You have reading lamps over here, LED reading lamps. You have a drop down armrest with two cup holders, and it has a fairly flat floor. There's a bit of a hump in the middle, which means that 3 passengers won't really be a problem in this car. It's wide enough. Now, if you want more legroom at the rear, it has this boss mode lever, and I can push the seat all the way forward and sit like this in the rear seat. So in terms of rear seat comfort, it is a pretty well designed car. What about the boot space? Adequate for 5 people?
5 people and their luggage? Yes.
Now the boot space in the Tata Sierra, first of all, it gets an electric tailgate, which is a good thing. You get a massive 627 liters of boot space, which is more than enough for a few suitcases in here. And if you want to extend that boot space, just fold down the 60-40 split middle row seat, or rather the rear seat in this, and you get a massive 1257 liters. In case you're doing that airport run, this can swallow a lot of luggage. So the boot has a clamshell design which opens up to liberate a lot of space, and when it opens up, you still have these two safety lights at the bottom, which either the parking light or the hazard light is on, which is a good thing. In terms of safety, Tata has thought about everything. When you open the doors, like the original Sierra, you have these red lamps for pedestrian warning, cyclist warning. You have puddle lamps. Of course, this one comes with 6 airbags, ABS, ESP, ADAS level 2 as standard in the top spec variant. So in terms of safety, it's right up there. Doesn't have the crash test star rating yet, but Tata showed a Sierra to Sierra crash test in which it appeared to be intact. So for a more extensive test, now let's take these cars out for a drive, and I'll give you my opinion as I drive these cars, and then we'll sum up. Vikram, let's drive and we'll swap cars in between.
Sure.
Now let's just look at the 0 to 100 pickup times of both the diesel and the petrol. We're both in sport mode, and let's do 3 honks and set off. There goes the 1.5 Hyperion petrol. It's obviously the faster of the two. The diesel's taking time to get to 100. And yes, now we are at 100 kilometers per hour, while the Hyperion petrol has taken off. So clearly the 1.5 Hyperion petrol is the faster of the two between the 1.5 diesel and the petrol. Test again with petrol versus diesel. I'm now in the petrol Hyperion, and that's the diesel. So let's go. Trying this again, 1.5 Hyperion petrol versus the 1.5 diesel. Let's go. And there again, the Hyperion petrol takes off. This is taking time to get to 100, and that car's already at 100. So clearly, if you're looking for a fast Sierra, the 1.5 Hyperion is the engine to pick. But of course, if you want the torque and if you're like climbing hills and all, then probably the diesel is better as a load pulling machine. In terms of pickup, the 1.5 Hyperion petrol is the better car. So the ride quality in the Tata Sierra is a bit on the stiffer side. You do feel some of the rough road filter into the cabin. The suspension works pretty quietly, you don't hear it clunking or thudding. But I am hearing a little bit of creaking from the rear body panel. A quick word on more safety features. In addition to the 360-degree camera and blind spot monitoring, the Sierra even warns you when not to open the door. It gets booster headlamps and a rear fog lamp. And when you try to drive off without wearing the seatbelt, the parking brake will not disengage. Other comfort features include ventilated front seats and a powered driver's seat, a triple screen layout with Dolby Atmos and a 12-speaker sound system, and the full suite of Level 2 ADAS with adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and automatic emergency braking. So there you have it. The 1.5 Hyperion petrol and the 1.5 Kryojet diesel Tata Sierras have been driven. Now, which one do I prefer? Well, if you like power and speed, then the 1.5 Hyperion petrol is the variant to go for. Meanwhile, the 1.5 Kryojet diesel is for those of you who are looking for fuel efficiency. What do I like about the car? Well, the design, it stands out. It's a head turner. The drivability is also pretty good. The suspension is a bit on the stiffer side. And there are a few areas of improvement as well for the Sierra. One, the fit and finish could be a little better because on our test cars, I am getting a bit of squeaks and rattles over rough patches. That could be better. The fit and finish in some corners is still a bit rough. That said, is that a deal breaker? No, not really. Because when you buy this car, believe me, people are going to be looking at you. With a starting price point of 11.5 lakhs going up to about 21 lakhs, I think Tata has a winner on its hands. The competition? Better watch out. What do you think about the Tata Sierra? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.